Where did you complete your teacher training?
I completed my teacher training at the National College of Education.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
I was inspired by my teachers who made learning enjoyable and meaningful.
How do you handle a noisy classroom?
I use positive reinforcement and engaging activities to regain students' attention.
What subject do you enjoy teaching the most?
I enjoy teaching English because it allows creativity and communication.
How do you prepare your lesson plans?
I align my lessons with the curriculum and include interactive activities.
How do you motivate students to learn?
I use praise, games, and real life examples to keep them interested.
What methods do you use to assess students?
I use quizzes, oral questions, and observation during activities.
How do you deal with a shy student?
I give them gentle encouragement and involve them in small group work.
How do you manage time during lessons?
I divide the lesson into short, focused segments with clear goals.
What kind of classroom environment do you create?
I create a friendly, supportive, and disciplined environment.
How do you handle a student who refuses to participate?
I talk to them privately to understand the reason and offer encouragement.
What do you do if a student is constantly late?
I remind them about punctuality and discuss it with their parents if needed.
How do you use technology in teaching?
I use videos, digital quizzes, and smart boards to enhance understanding.
What is your approach to classroom discipline?
I set clear rules, use consistent consequences, and reward good behavior.
How do you communicate with parents?
I keep them informed through meetings, calls, and progress reports.
How do you handle mixed ability classes?
I give differentiated tasks and pair stronger students with weaker ones.
What is your teaching philosophy?
I believe every child can learn when guided with patience and care.
How do you deal with stress at work?
I plan ahead, stay organized, and take short breaks when needed.
What do you do when students lose interest?
I change the activity and bring something interactive or fun.
How do you teach students with learning difficulties?
I provide extra support, visual aids, and simplified instructions.
What strategies do you use for classroom management?
I establish routines, use signals, and maintain a calm tone.
How do you make lessons interesting?
I use stories, visuals, and real life examples.
What do you think makes a good teacher?
A good teacher is patient, creative, and caring towards students.
How do you help students improve their handwriting?
I give them regular practice with guided writing and tracing.
How do you encourage teamwork?
I organize group activities and promote sharing of ideas.
What do you do when a student cries in class?
I comfort them calmly and find out what's wrong.
How do you maintain discipline without shouting?
I use quiet signals and positive reinforcement instead of loud commands.
What are your classroom roles?
Be respectful, listen carefully, and always try your best.
How do you make sure every student understands the lesson?
I ask questions and check understanding through short exercises.
How do you handle a parent complaint?
I listen carefully, stay calm, and work together to solve the issue.
What do you do if a student fights in class?
I separate them immediately and talk to them after class.
How do you handle homework submissions?
I collect, check, and provide feedback on time.
What role does play have in learning?
Play helps children learn through exploration and creativity.
How do you use assessment results?
I use them to identify weak areas and adjust my teaching.
What do you do before starting a new topic?
I review previous lessons and introduce the new concept with examples.
How do you teach vocabulary?
I use flashcards, pictures, and simple sentences.
How do you encourage reading habits?
I create a reading corner and let students choose books they like.
How do you correct students' mistakes?
I correct gently and explain the right way.
How do you handle students with different learning speeds?
I give extra tasks to fast learners and support slow learners individually.
How do you involve parents in their child's education?
I suggest home activities and share progress updates.
What do you enjoy most about teaching?
I enjoy seeing students grow and learn something new every day.
How do you promote creativity in class?
I give open-ended tasks and let students express their ideas freely.
How do you handle a student who doesn't do homework?
I ask why, remind them of responsibility, and offer help if needed.
How do you integrate moral values into lessons?
I include stories and discussions that teach honesty and kindness.
How do you evaluate your own teaching?
I reflect after each class and look for ways to improve.
What would you do if students find a topic difficult?
I break it into simpler parts and use examples to explain.
How do you handle peer pressure among students?
I talk about confidence and teach respect for differences.
How do you use storytelling in class?
I use stories to teach lessons in a fun and memorable way.
How do you ensure equal participation?
I call on different students and rotate activities fairly.
What do you do when you make a mistake in class?
I admit it and show students that learning never stops.
How do you keep students focused?
I use short activities and quick transitions between tasks.
How do you plan your lessons weekly?
I review curriculum goals and prepare materials in advance.
How do you deal with an angry parent?
I stay polite, listen carefully, and explain my side calmly.
What do you think is the hardest part of teaching?
Balancing time and attention among all students is challenging.
How do you reward good behavior?
I give praise, stickers, or small class privileges.
How do you encourage students to ask questions?
I create a safe environment where no question is silly.
How do you prepare for parent-teacher meetings?
I review each student's progress and note key discussion points.
What do you do if a student forgets to bring materials?
I lend them what's needed and remind them to prepare next time.
How do you make your lessons interactive?
I use group work, discussions, and hands-on tasks.
How do you maintain records of students?
I keep detailed notes, attendance, and performance reports.
How do you teach grammar to young learners?
I teach it through songs, games, and simple examples.
How do you promote good manners?
I model polite behavior and remind students to do the same.
How do you deal with a student who talks too much?
I give them leadership tasks to channel their energy positively.
How do you use group discussions effectively?
I set clear topics and guide students to share ideas respectfully.
How do you make sure learning objectives are met?
I check progress with small assessments after each lesson.
How do you make your classroom welcoming?
I decorate it with students' work and colorful charts.
What role does feedback play in teaching?
Feedback helps students understand their strengths and improve.
How do you manage teaching materials?
I organize them by subject and use them efficiently.
How do you teach students to respect each other?
I talk about empathy and celebrate teamwork.
What do you do during free periods?
I plan lessons, check work, or assist other teachers.
How do you handle difficult questions from students?
I answer honestly or research and explain the next day.
How do you prepare for exams?
I review topics, conduct practice tests, and clear doubts.
How do you teach moral education?
I use real-life examples and class discussions.
How do you celebrate students' achievements?
I announce their success and give small certificates.
How do you deal with bullying?
I take action immediately and discuss respect in class.
How do you maintain student interest in long lessons?
I include short breaks and fun learning tasks.
How do you encourage responsibility in students?
I assign classroom duties and appreciate effort.
How do you communicate expectations?
I explain rules clearly and remind them regularly.
How do you handle slow learners?
I give them extra time and use simpler examples.
How do you make use of visual aids?
I use charts, posters, and pictures to support learning.
How do you prepare for your first day in class?
I plan engaging activities and introduce class rules.
How do you deal with uncooperative students?
I stay patient and find ways to connect with them.
How do you teach critical thinking?
I ask open-ended questions and let students explore ideas.
How do you evaluate a lesson's success?
I observe participation and review learning outcomes.
How do you encourage independent learning?
I give research tasks and self-study assignments.
How do you handle cultural diversity?
I teach inclusion and respect for different backgrounds.
How do you involve students in goal setting?
I help them set small learning targets and track progress.
How do you adapt lessons for different ages?
I change the examples, activities, and language level.
How do you maintain professionalism as a teacher?
I stay punctual, prepared, and respectful toward everyone.
How do you update your teaching skills?
I attend workshops and learn from new educational resources.
How do you promote kindness in your class?
I highlight kind acts and encourage helping each other.
How do you deal with unexpected classroom challenges?
I stay calm and find quick, practical solutions.
How do you keep parents engaged in school life?
I invite them to events and share classroom updates.
How do you make your teaching inclusive?
I value every child's background and learning style.
How do you describe your teaching style?
My style is interactive, supportive, and student-centered.
How do you see yourself growing as a teacher?
I aim to learn continuously and inspire my students every day.